Hi everyone, it's Jen. This is a fall yoga flow. We're going to begin today's practice in a comfortable cross-seated position. So go ahead and make your way to your mat. Place your hands on your knees, sit up tall and straight. Draw your shoulders down and back away from your ears, lift through your chest and through the crown of your head. And start to take deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. On your next inhale, bring your hands to heart center and take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. Stretch your arms up and overhead, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. Again, arms reach up and overhead, big inhale. Hands come back to heart center, exhale. Last time, arms reach up and overhead, take a big stretch. This time, your left hand is going to grab your right wrist. Take a big side body stretch, looking under your right arm. Inhale back to center and switch sides. Right hand to the left wrist, side body stretch. Inhale, reach everything back up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring your palms down to your mat, coming into a tabletop position, setting up for cat and cow. On your inhale, dip the belly down. On your exhale, pull the belly in. On your inhale, stretch through the front side body. On your exhale, stretch through the back side body. Take a few more rounds of cat and cow, matching your inhales and your exhales to your movement. And after this last one, return to a neutral spine in tabletop. And we're setting up for spinal balance. Inhale your right leg back and your left arm forward. All 5 of your right toes point to the floor. Your left arm is hugging into your left ear. Place your left hand down. Take your right foot and cross it to the left side of your mat. Take your gaze back towards your foot. Press through your heel and feel a stretch through the hips. Set the right knee back down and switch sides. Send the left leg back and the right arm forward. So the right bicep is hugging into the ear. All 5 of the left toes are pointing to the floor. Root down into your left palm. Draw your navel towards your spine. This time, place your right hand down on the mat, and you're going to take your left foot and cross it to the right side of your mat, pressing back through your left heel. Take your gaze back towards your toes. Set your left knee back down, tuck your toes, and you're going to come into your first downward facing dog. Be easy in this first down dog. You might need to soften the knees or walk out your dog, bending one knee and then the other. Spread all 10 of your fingers super wide and press down through your palms and all 10 of the pads of your fingers. Gaze is back between your knees or up towards your navel. On your inhale, shift out to a high plank, feeling the power in your body. Your shoulders are directly over your wrist. Your gaze is between your fingertips. Draw the low ribs towards the hip bones and squeeze the legs. Press back to downward facing dog. Breathing here, feeling the belly draw in and up, trying to get light on the hands. Slowly walk the hands back to meet the feet, and you're going to round yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time, super slowly. Draw the shoulders up into the ears and then back and down the spine. Inhale, arms reach up, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Walk your hands all the way back out to high plank. This time you're going to slowly lower all the way down to your belly and come into Sphinx on your forearms. Untuck your toes, press into the tops of the feet, grip through your fingertips and pull your heart forward. Dip your right shoulder down and look behind the left shoulder, and then dip your left shoulder down and look behind the right. Inhale back through center, pull your heart forward. Exhale, bring your forehead down to the mat, slide hands under the shoulders, tuck toes, high plank, downward facing dog. Breathe in this down dog. Lunge your right leg to the top of the mat and pause here, lifting the chest, and then step your left foot up to meet it, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Tadasana, rise, arms reach up and overhead. Exhale, fold back down. Halfway lift, lengthen. Lunge the left leg back, runner's lunge, and pause. Step the right foot back to high plank. Lower all the way down, come into Sphinx again, pull the heart forward, dip the right shoulder down, the left shoulder down. Pull through center. Forehead to the mat, tuck toes, high plank, power it up. Downward facing dog, press back. Breathe in your down dog. This time, left leg steps to a runner's lunge. Reach your heart forward. Right foot steps up to meet the left, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Tadasana, rise, arms reach up and overhead. Fold, take it back down. Half lengthen. Lunge the right leg back to runner's lunge. Step the left foot to high plank. Lower all the way down to Sphinx. Heart pulls forward. Dip the right shoulder down and then the left shoulder down. Back through center. Forehead to the mat, tuck toes, high plank, press up. Downward facing dog, press back and breathe in this down dog. This time you have the option. You can step or float your way to the top of the mat. Look forward, feet to the hands. Lengthen. Fold, exhale. Tadasana, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift and lengthen. Step or float back, first Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog, inhale, pull through. Dip the right shoulder down, then the left shoulder down. Pull back through center. Downward facing dog and breathe. Once again, come high on the toes. Look to the top of the mat. Your choice, step or float. Lengthen halfway. Fold all the way. Tadasana, arms reach. Forward fold, exhale. Separate your feet, hips distance apart. Grab opposite elbows and hang in your ragdoll. So the crown of the head is relaxed down towards the mat. Your knees can be soft if the low back or hamstrings feel tight. You might sway side to side, shake the head, yes and no. Let the whole body relax and the breath deepen. Release these binds. Heel toe your feet together to touch. Bend your knees. Lift your arms for Utkatasana, chair pose. Palms touch overhead if you can. Gaze to thumbs. Squeeze through your legs. Lift through your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen. Chaturanga, step or float back. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg, warrior one, top of the mat. Deep bend in your front right leg. Strong press through your back left. Palms touch, gaze thumbs. Hands down, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg steps forward to warrior one. Arms reach overhead, deep bend in the left knee. Hands down, step back, Chaturanga, lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog and breathe. So resetting every time you come back to down dog. High onto your toes, look to the top of the mat, step or float forward, lengthen. Fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms, weight back in the heels. Exhale, fold again. Lengthen, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right leg, warrior two. Deep bend in the front right knee. Arms reach out. Hands down, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg to warrior two. Reach long through your fingertips. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Palm the mat, step back and lower. Upward facing dog, heart forward. Downward facing dog, hips back. Try to get even deeper into this down dog, maybe a little bit of a straighter leg, a little bit more of the chest scooping through the shoulders. High onto your toes, look forward, step or float. Lengthen and fold forward. Chair pose again, Tadasana, bend and reach up. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Lengthen halfway, Ardha. Step or float, Chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Last time, right leg to peaceful reverse warrior. So reach your right arm overhead, left hand reaches back for the thigh. Palm the mat, step back, Chaturanga, lower. Upward facing dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Last time on the left side, step to peaceful warrior. Right hand reaches back, left hand over the head, big side body stretch. Palms down, step back, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, match breath to movement. Downward facing dog, push back and reset. High onto the toes, step or float the feet forward, lengthen, and fold down. Chair pose, bend the knees, lift the arms. This time we're going to add a little stretch, interlace the hands together and bring them to the back of your head. Point your elbows straight up, keep the weight back in the heels and lift through your chest. We're going to dip over towards the left, stretch through the right side body, and then dip over to the right and stretch through the left. Reach back up, look up. Exhale, fold it forward. Separate your feet hips distance. This time, peace sign fingers pick up your big toes for Padangusthasana. Lengthen and fold it down. Use your elbows pulling in opposite directions to get you a deeper forward fold. Shift weight out of the heels and a little bit more into the front of the feet. Head is straight down, neck is relaxed. Release these binds, lengthen, and take it back, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg comes to 3-point. Take a bend in your right knee and stretch open. Press really strong through your right palm and pull your chest back towards your left thigh. Straighten, draw your knee to your forehead for cheetah. Back to 3-point. Cross your cheetah, right knee to left elbow. Lift back to 3-point. Cheetah, shoulders over wrist. Lift it back up. One more time, cross cheetah, right to left. Back to 3-point. Last time, cheetah, knee to forehead. 3-point extend. Big step forward, warrior one. Arms stretch up and overhead, gaze lifts, and we're going to hold this warrior one. Get deeper into your front right leg. Press stronger through your back left foot, trying to lift through the arch of your left foot, pressing through the blade. Open to Virabhadrasana 2, long straight arms. Press your right knee towards the outer blade of your right foot. Press strong through your back left foot. Peaceful reverse warrior. Sink deeper into your right foot. Reach as far back with your left arm as you can and as far overhead with your right arm as you can. Palm the mat, step back, Chaturanga, lower. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. We're going to do the same thing on the left side. Inhale, left leg to 3-point, bend the knee, stack and stretch the hips. Press through the left palm, pull the chest back towards the right thigh. Straighten the left leg, cheetah, draw knee to forehead, back to 3-point. Cross your cheetah, left to right, 3-point it up. Back to cheetah, 3-point, cross again, send it up. Last time, cheetah, pull in, 3-point lift, warrior one, deep bend in the left knee, arms reach. Palms touch, gaze, thumbs, really reach through your chest and press back through your right foot. Again, not collapsing into the arch, but lifting and pressing through the blade of the foot. Open to warrior two, same strong legs, reach through the arms. Peaceful warrior, right arm reaches back as far as you can reach it, left hand over the head. Palm the mat, Chaturanga, lower. Upward facing dog, inhale through. Downward facing dog, exhale back. Walk your hands back to the back of your mat. Heel toe your feet together to touch. Come into chair pose. Bend your knees, lift your arms, and we're going to take a twist. Your right elbow comes to the outside of your left thigh. Press palms together at heart center. Settle the weight back into the heels, sinking your hips down lower than your head. Try to unshrug the shoulder away from your ear and open the chest towards the ceiling. Inhale back to chair pose and switch sides. The left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Press palms together at heart center. Unshrug the right shoulder away from the right ear. Settle weight into the heels and take your hips lower than your head. Inhale back up to chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Walk out to high plank. Lower chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg is going to step forward to low lunge. Drop down to your left knee. Untuck your left toes. Sweep your arms up overhead. I want you to engage through your left glute and lift through your chest. You might take your right arm and reach it towards the back of your left thigh. Deeper stretch through your psoas. Big reach up through your left arm. Hands come down. Straighten your right leg and find half splits. Pull your toes back towards your face and reach your chest towards your foot. Bend back into your right leg for lizard lunge. Hands come into the inside of your right thigh, maybe down to your forearms. If you want a little more here, you can come up and you can bend your left knee and find a quad stretch, reaching your right arm back for your left foot. Or you could just stay where you were in lizard lunge. Take what's right for you. Binds release. Tuck your back toes, frame your foot, and pop up into crescent high lunge. So high on the back toes, knee is lifted this time. You can stay here, arms reach up overhead, or same thing, right hand reaches back for the left thigh, squeeze through the left glute, and open up through the left psoas. Hands come to heart center. You're slowly going to shift to balancing warrior 3 on the right leg. Press back through your left foot. All 5 of the left toes point to the floor. Chair pose. Left meets right. Arms reach overhead. Forward fold. Dive it down. Lengthen halfway. Chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana through. Adho Mukha Svanasana back. Left leg steps to low lunge. Drop down to the right knee and sweep the arms up overhead. So this time you're engaging through the right glute to open up through the hip flexor. Maybe left hand reaches back for the right thigh for a deeper stretch. Lizard or half splits first. Straighten the front leg. Pull the toes back towards the face. Reach your chest towards the top of your foot. Easy stretch through the hamstring. Not too much here. Now lizard lunge. Bend back into the left leg. Hands to the inside of the left thigh, maybe down to forearms. And again, you've got that option for the quad stretch if you want to bend your back right leg and reach your left hand back for the right foot. Binds release. Tuck the back toes, come high on the back foot. Arms reach up for crescent lunge. Center of the chest is lifting. Again, maybe the left hand reaches back for the right thigh. Hands come to heart center, and we're going to tick-tock into warrior 3 on the left side. Press through the right foot, all 5 of the right toes to the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you. Really nice, strong posture. Chair pose, right to meet left, arms reach overhead. Forward fold, exhale, lower. Lengthen, inhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg comes to crescent lunge, arms reach overhead. Hands come to heart center, crescent twist. Left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. You're going to press really super strong through your back left leg. The stronger you engage, the more stable you'll feel. Try to get a lot of rotation through the upper body. And then inhale it back up slowly to crescent lunge with control. Open out to warrior 2. See if you can go a little deeper here. A straight leg is coming. Now straighten your right leg and find triangle. Right hand comes down to the shin, block, or floor. Left arm reaches straight up, or if you want a little more, you can reach it overhead. Keep both sides of the body nice and long. Press through your back heel. Side plank, lower your left hand down, stack your right foot on top, press through your left palm, stacking the shoulder over the wrist, and then really drive up through your hips. Reach your right arm up, overhead, and maybe right leg floats up too. Downward facing dog, both hands lower, press back. Left leg comes to warrior one, arms stretch overhead. Humble warrior, interlace your hands together behind your back. Drop your left shoulder inside of your left thigh, not on top of. Let the head hang straight down next to the left ankle. Squeeze your palms together and try to reach your arms as far overhead as you can. Keep your hips square here, not letting them swing out to the left side of the mat. Revolved side angle, right hand comes down, left hand reaches up. Your right palm is directly under your right shoulder. Half moon. Left hand lowers down about 6 to 12 inches in front of your left foot. Right hand reaches. Really squeeze through the right leg and pull the toes back towards the face. Revolved half moon. You're going to drop your right arm down. Lower the right leg so that the thigh is parallel to the mat and lift your left arm up. So you've just reversed course here. Should feel a lot of stretch through your IT band. Push really strong through your back right heel. Slowly bend your right leg, reach your left hand back for your right foot, and rise to stand. It's okay if you wobble here. And then open out into revolved dancer, pressing the hand and foot together and extending through your right arm. Best effort to keep your hips square. Set the right foot down. We're finding eagle. You're going to pick up your left leg and wrap it over the right. And then you're going to take your left arm and wrap it under the right. Elbows are at shoulder height. Press your fingertips away from your face. Squeeze your inner thighs in together nice and strong. Kundalini with no twist, so you're coming into a one-legged squat with the left knee behind the right and hands at heart center. Palm the mat, lunge your left leg back, lift your right leg to 3-point. Take a bend in the knee, stretch open, and you're going to flip your dog. Press through your heels, lift your hips up, let your head fall back. Unflip, lower your right hand down, lift your right leg to 3-point. Step forward to peaceful reverse warrior. Left hand reaches back, right hand reaches overhead. Side angle, deep bend in the right knee, right hand comes inside or outside of the left foot, and the left arm reaches up and maybe over the head. Options here if you want to bind or take bird of paradise. Intense leg stretch, both hands down, step it up a little bit, 2 straight legs, lengthen and fold. Revolved triangle, the left hand stays down inside or outside of the right foot and the right arm lifts up. Best effort to keep the hips square here. Pull your right hip back away from your right shoulder, keeping it in line with the left. Standing splits, fold into your right leg, lift through your left toes, forehead towards the shin, big squeeze through the lifted left. Lower left to meet right, rise all the way to stand, just a couple more postures here. Coming into figure 4. Cross your right ankle over your left knee, press your hips back, flex your right toes back towards your shins, and reach your chest forward past your shin. See if you can go a little lower here. Big toe hold. Peace sign fingers pick up the right big toes. Send your right heel forward. Lift your chest. Pull your right shoulder back in line with the left. Airplane, warrior 3. Send the right leg back behind you. Maybe you interlace hands together behind you. Retracting shoulder blades, long line of energy from head to heel. Lunge back, 3-point the left leg. Lower chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg steps forward to wide leg forward fold. You're going to pivot towards the right side of your mat and take any version of your wide leg forward fold that you want to take here. Halfway lift, take a deep bend in the left knee, turn the right toes up for a side lunge. And then switch sides. Take a deep bend in the right knee, turn the left toes up for a side lunge. Come back to center. We're going to twist with the left arm down and the right arm up. Left hand is right under your face and stack your shoulders. Then switch sides. Lower the right hand down, twist the left arm up. Lower both hands down and you're going to walk hands to the top of the mat and find yourself in Crescent Lunge. Spin high on the back toes, arms reach up and overhead. We're going to start that same sequence on the left side. Hands come to heart center and you're going to find Crescent Twist. Right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Remember to squeeze your back right leg to help you get a deeper twist here. Inhale, arms reach overhead, back to Crescent Lunge, slow and controlled. Warrior 2, go even deeper in your left leg. Triangle, straighten the left hand down, shin blocker floor, right arm reaches up. Side plank, drop the right hand down under the shoulder, stack the left side on top, press through your right palm, drive your hips up, and then maybe you float the toes up. Downward facing dog. This time the right leg steps to Warrior 1, arms stretch overhead, inhale. Set up for Humble Warrior, interlace hands together behind you and fold down, exhale. Dropping the right shoulder inside of the right thigh and reaching the palms as far overhead as you can. Revolved side angle, the left hand down, the right hand lifts high on the back toes. This transitions us into half moon. Shift weight forward, right hand down under the shoulder, left hand lifts up. Squeeze the lifted left leg, pull the toes back towards the shins. Revolved half moon, left hand lowers down, right hand lifts up. So you lower that left leg a little bit, press back through the heel and stack the shoulders on top of each other. Bend your left leg, reach your right hand back and stand up first. Don't worry about the Revolved Dancer quite yet. Find your balance. Now open into Revolved Dancer, extending left fingertips forward, kicking hand and foot together behind you, hips square. Set the left foot down and set up for Eagle. Wrap your right leg up and over the left, strong squeeze through the inner thighs. Right arm comes under the left arm. Elbows at shoulder height, fingertips pressing away from the face. Relax the shoulders out of the ears. Kundalini with no twist, hands to heart center, knee behind knee, deep one-legged squat. Palms to the mat, lunge the right leg back, lift the left leg to 3-point, bend the knee, and you're going to flip your dog. Press through the heels, lift the hips up, and let the head fall back. Ground down through the palm. Unflip, lift back up to 3-point with the left leg, step to Peaceful Warrior. Right hand comes back behind you, left side body opens up. Side angle, left arm lowers down inside or outside of the thigh. Right arm reaches up and maybe overhead. Try to rotate the chest open and bend deeper into your left thigh, pressing through the right foot. Intense leg stretch, both hands down, shorten the stance just a little bit. 2 straight legs, lengthen and fold. Extending the top of the head towards the top of the foot, pull the left hip back in line with the right. Revolving your triangle, right hand stays down, left hand lifts up. Pull your left hip away from your left shoulder, trying to create more length in the left side of the body. Standing splits, both hands down, fold into the left shin, squeeze and lift through the right leg. Lower right to meet left, rise to stand. Last couple standing postures. Figure 4, cross your left ankle over your right knee and take a seat, sitting your hips back, pulling your left toes towards your left shin, reaching your chest past your shin. Big toe hold, peace sign fingers, take the left big toe, stand up tall and straight. Pull your shoulders back, try to straighten that standing leg. Warrior 3, send the left leg back behind you, coming into airplane, maybe hands interlace. Working your balance, long line from head to heel. Hands down, lunge back, 3-point. Chaturanga, lower. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. We're going to come through to seated, setting up for a couple back bends here. So drop down to your knees, cross your ankles, lay back onto your back. First back bend is going to be bridge, so place your hands by your side, walk your heels in close to your butt and lift your hips up. I want you to walk your shoulder blades together, bringing your chest up through your shoulders towards your chin, but keeping your neck long. And then slowly lower down, hips come to the mat, and your feet come together and your knees fall apart for Supta Baddha Konasana. Take a deep breath. For back bend number 2, you can do another bridge or you can come into wheel. If you're in bridge, press really strong through your heels, strong through the inner thighs, keeping the knees in line with the hips, really working the back bend. Lower down, this time feet mat's distance apart, knees fall in together. Maybe you kind of windshield wiper them back and forth a little bit. And then last back bend, bridge pose again or wheel pose. If you're coming into wheel, press through the heels, knees point forward, elbows point back, head back, neck relaxed. Lower down on your exhale, bring the feet together and the knees apart. And here, take a couple breaths to reset. You might bring your left hand to the heart and your right hand to the belly, coming back to the intention you set at the beginning of your practice. We're moving into our closing postures now. Draw the knees into the chest, give them a big squeeze to release the low back, and then rock yourself up for a seated forward fold to counterpose our back bending. Shift side to side, coming onto your sits bones. Inhale, arms reach up, and exhale, fold forward. So I want you to keep length in your spine here. You might bend your knees or just not fold super deep. Take care of your hamstrings and your low back. Roll out of this, bring your left foot into your right thigh, drop your right elbow inside of your right thigh and reach your left arm overhead for a side body and low back stretch. So breathe into the side body and into the left side of your low back. Come up, bring both feet together and the knees apart for Baddha Konasana. Lengthen and fold forward. So you're pressing the blades of the feet together and peeling the soles of the feet apart as you reach your chest forward and roll your hips back. And then straighten your left leg and fold your right foot into the inside of the left thigh. Drop the left arm to the inside of the left thigh and reach the right arm overhead. This time stretching through the right side body and the right side of the low back. Send your breath all the way down there. Come out of this. You're going to make your way all the way back onto your back, and we're going to do a supine hip opener. Pigeon on your back, cross your right ankle over your left knee. You might grab the left hamstring with your left hand and take your right hand and press your right knee away from you. Release this. You're going to send your left leg straight out to the mat, big toe on your back. You can take peace sign fingers to the right big toe or just grab behind the calf or hamstring if that's too much. Half happy baby, grab the outside blade of your right foot and pull your right knee down towards your right armpit so you feel an opening in your inner thigh, your groin, your hips. Draw the right knee into the chest and take it over to the left for a supine twist. Take your gaze over towards the right. Try to keep both of your shoulder blades on the mat. Roll it back through center and switch sides. Pigeon on your back on the left side. Cross the left ankle over the right knee and thread it through. Maybe taking that right hand to the back of the right hamstring and pressing your left hand into your left knee. Come out of this, straighten the right leg, big toe on the back on the left side. So either peace sign fingers to the toe, or if that's too much, just grab behind the hamstring or the calf. Half happy baby, grab the outer blade of the left foot. Supine twist, draw the left knee in and take it over to the right side of the mat, and gaze comes over to the left side of the mat. Bring it back through center, pull both knees into the chest, take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale out into your Shavasana. Y'all did a great job today. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Enjoy your rest.